Student, so today's question is select the correct statement with reference to chordate. Okay, so let us first understand what are the characteristic of chordate. Then we will see the following characteristic that have been mentioned here in A, B, C, D, E statement, and then we have to choose the correct answer from the given options. So let us first see a chordate. So here I have drawn a member of chordata. So what are the characteristic? If an organism is a member of chordata, it must have a notocode. Okay, so what is notocode? Notocode is actually a derived mesodermally derived rod-like structure. Okay, so this rod-like structure in embryonic stage is present in cartilaginous form, but later in adult it is going to form the vertebra. Okay, so this vertebra will later protect our nervous system. Okay, in the member of chordata. Okay, so this is about the notocode. Now one thing then students generally do not understand, what is mesodermally derived. So you should know mesodermal derived means there are three embryonic layers. Okay, when the embryo is getting formed, so there are three layers. The outermost layer is called ectoderm layer, the middle layer is called mesodermal layer, and the innermost layer is called endodermal layer. Okay, so if from the mesoderm layer a rod-like structure is formed, that we are going to say it notocode, then we are easily understanding that notocode is formed from mesodermal layer. Okay, the second characteristic that I am going to mention here is that it have a nerve code too. Okay, so this nerve code or neural code you can say is later going to form the nervous system, that is either brain or spinal cord. Okay, so this will be found by the nerve code. The latter point that I am going to mention is that it has a complete digestive system. Okay, so this organism have complete digestive system. Of course, the another character that I am going to mention it with the fourth number is it have a ventral heart. Ventral heart means heart is present towards the ventral side. Okay, you see what is ventral side? Ventral side is that side, that is the lower side or the side that is present towards the earth. Okay, so this side that I am mentioning here with the arrow is the ventral side. I am mentioning it with V, whereas this side is actually dorsal side. Okay, so I am mentioning it D. So we can easily understand nerve code and notocode was present in the dorsal side. Okay, whereas the heart is present towards the ventral side. Likewise, in the pharynx area of the digestive system, there is some gill slits. Okay, so these gill slits are also called as pharyngeal gill slits or pharyngeal pouch. Okay, so when they will develop, they can form either lungs or eustachian tube or gills in different organism. Okay, so these are the different characteristic that I have mentioned. Now last point that I am mentioning with fifth mark is that this organism has a body cavity, true body cavity, that is lined by mesoderm. So they are also called as coelomate. Okay, so if they are coelomate, it means they have true body cavity that is lined by the mesodermal layer. Along with it, it has three layered structure that I have already mentioned here, that is ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm during its embryonic development, and this is called as triploblastic condition. Okay, so now let us see towards the option. So there is five option. First is presence of a mid dorsal solid and double nerve cord. So here we have seen that only one nerve cord and it was not solid but it was hollow. Okay, so this first option is wrong because there is hollow nerve cord and it is not mid dorsal, rather it is dorsal in nature. Likewise, it is not double, it is single. So first option is not correct. Now see the presence of closed circulatory system. Closed circulatory system, when we call closed circulatory system, when there is heart and there is a pumping system and it supplies the blood in a vessel, and that vessel can be converted into a small pipe-like structure called the arterioles or venules, and then capillaries, and ultimately it will combine together in a bigger pipe like structure or vessel, and it will open into the heart again. Means the blood is not going anywhere else, but it just starts from the heart and it comes into the vessel, and then again from the small vessel and then to the heart again. So it is circulating over here. So presence of closed circulatory system. So yes, it is correct. It is mentioned here, it has closed circulatory system. But let us see the third option, presence of paired pharyngeal gill slits. Yes, they have paired pharyngeal gill slits. It is correct. We have mentioned here they have pharyngeal gill slits, and of course it is paired in nature. So we can write it, it is paired pharyngeal gill slits. So it is also correct. Now see, presence of dorsal heart. No, there is a click here that not it is dorsal but it is ventral in nature. Okay, so this option is also wrong. Now we are going to see fifth option, that is triploblastic pseudocoelomate. So it is triploblastic because it has 3 embryonic layer. Of course it is correct, but it is not pseudocoelomate, it is true coelomate, it is eucoelomate. Okay, so here the fifth option is also wrong. So out of this 5 option, only you can see that B is correct and C is correct. So the correct answer will be